of nowhere, so it's difficult to make a craneway at every one of the vents where you're setting different types of loads. It's very tight and complicated lifts that you run into. So it's a considerable different industry than commercial. Industrial manufacturing has their own problems in that consistently what I run into is what they refer to as certified operators. I will give you an example. I was looking at an accident in Louisiana, and I asked who were certified, and they gave me a list of 64 operators for one crane. And basically the bottom line was the first one that got to work got to run the crane that day. And so you're running into different people use a crane different ways, and misuse is a big issue there. They're running 24/7. Maintenance is often a problem because they don't want to take it out of service. Under normal design parameters with the larger companies, you will have 2 cranes in each bay so that you can have one down for maintenance while you're using the other crane, but that's expensive, so very few do that. But normally you have consistent identical lifts. You're moving product from one point to another, and there are numerous adjustments are made that are industry specific, and they will take exception on a lot of the items where they are working. In particular, night shift seems to be our worst problem when we trace them back to when they were done, whether they were done early morning hours or during the day. You have less supervision. Production is a big issue to show big numbers for the next day. Residential problem there we run into is no qualified riggers. You bring out a crane to a residential site. Normally they're just carpenters. They have no idea what a crane is, and probably the most common is setting roof joists. They're unfamiliar with rigging, so we have a lot of problems with the bundles of trusses being set, and they try to set them down and then they can't control them. And too often then the operator is brought into the lift to try to help them rig it, and then he becomes held to a higher standard. Because one of the issues with ASME is the operator is one job. His job is to move that load from point A to point B, and not responsible for making sure all the rigging is correct. Although if anything that he sees that is out of the ordinary, he as well as anyone